Hello, it's original MaRul, and welcome back for some more FTB Interactions Remastered. Yesterday I got some more stuff started. Got this thing, so it would be nice to see what the system has in it. Still full of eggs. So that breaks down eggs into what? Enriched naquita, uranium, plutonium, indium, tungsten, some other stuff, but I can't remember all of it off the top of my head. Oh, something's being worked on? What did I still have running? What are you making? Oh, you're making... Okay. So that's just the idle fuel production. But yeah, that's just this still running. So what I also... So yeah, I started in a quadratic fuel. And I already have 1.6K. So once I'm able to make the new dynamos for the... What are these called? LUV diesel generators. I can start them up on the quadratic fuel, and then I should be getting a whole UHV unit. Which should be so much power. And then I can start building out some other stuff for in-game. Besides that, I believe I got the main block for both the research station. Why are you not done crafting? Okay, I need to double check that. Everything else is quiet. Besides that, I need to double check over here. Thing still looks clean. I'm a little low on Perdido. And Potentia. But Terra and Ignis are high. Like it's burning banners. Bestia. How full can these get? That's Alienus. It's Metallum. This is probably Bestia. Yes. Okay, 524. Okay. So it's almost full. Because I want that to overflow and then start getting broken down. Because that's what this whole contraption is. Everything looks good here. I just need to keep an eye on Perdido. Basically everything that makes Essentia or Alumentum. Because if I run out of those, I'm kind of stuck. Let's get those cooked down. But it does look like everything else I ordered yesterday is done, which is good. Yeah, these also have a ton of Beastia on them. Oh yeah, Fabricio. That's what I want. The main thing I want to break down. Yeah, everything's doing pretty okay. Dito. Blocks of flesh aren't bad. Okay, can I? Yep, those are just rotten flesh. Yeah, it's more efficient to break them down one by one, but it takes less fuel to break down the whole block. Yeah, probably have to work out another one of these. I just want to make sure I'm producing enough resources to keep the Alumentum running. Let's see. I forgot in this pack, blocks of redstone don't have Essentia. Let's see. Turn this off so everything else can get broken down. Let that run. How has this been looking? I know I didn't check this yesterday. I have been using it a lot. Looks like it's still going up. How is my... Should just go check. Yeah, the orb altar's still full. That means at least it's flowing into the orb. But it doesn't look like I'm producing enough, which is just a problem in this pack with LP. It's one of the harder to generate magical resources. Because the only other real way is just to keep expanding this or do like a Well of Suffering. But a well suffering has to pass through an altar. At least this I can keep expanding with machines. This is all HV. $4. Recipe for this. Oh, it's tiny. It's 15 ticks. Okay. Per. So this is what? 2 seconds? These take like 4 seconds. 4, 6. Yeah, I pretty much need 2 of these roosts filled for every extractor. What, I got 8 here. Yeah. I would need a lot more roosts. I might have to expand it. Because I'm worried I'm not making enough. Everything else looks good, though. Might send extra stone to get broken down for Essentia. Also, everything's been pretty quiet with matter. I'm just worried that I'm gonna need to produce more before getting to the end of this. Yeah, we need to be switched out from the quadratic fuel. And I was worried that was going to happen. Oh, that's output. Those are my inputs. Clean this up real quick. Yeah, there we go. I will have to empty these out. The old nitro diesel out of here. Yeah, there it goes. Make sure that's still linked to the system. Alright, just need to get the new dynamos figured out for those. Okay, so still need to work on the research stations. Components, heat sinks. Component. I forgot I can't make those yet. So I'm probably gonna only be able to run one of those. Oh yeah, I need to figure out why. Guess let's put this in here for now. Get this stuff put back into the system. Sort my bags back out. So is it this wire mill that's still having issues? No. Which wire mill is it? This one? I'm guessing stuff just got lost again. There it goes. Sodium, potassium. Alright, everything else looks like it's progressing. There we go. Dynamo. That's the 1x dynamo hatch that I need for research. Because I need to get the ZPM hatch. Or ZPM 4 amp. Need that. Data transmission hatch. Alright, gotta figure out how to put this thing together. Computer vents. Computer case, advanced computer case, computer heat vent. This in here. How many of these did I need again? 15. Tiny tubes. Question is, do I have an extruder that does tiny tubes? I don't think I do. Okay, I'm out of nichrome. Like I'm gonna have to run it through the blast furnace. Let's see, if I set it to 2 and give it some nitrogen. Actually, how am I doing on nitrogen? Oh yeah, tons. Give you nichrome. And of course I need an expansion card. Okay, that will work till I run out of nichrome powder. And then I can use the alloy blast smelter. Okay, there's the LUV energy hatch. Okay, so I'm waiting on the extruder so I can make tiny pipe. Shape. I set this to extract before I forget. Tiny pipe. And I need to name this. There we go. Computer vents. 15. Empty components. I probably am going to need more than 6. Or no, this is basically, yeah, this is the right one. So yeah, I do need 6. $13 advanced, 9 regular. I should have everything. I'm still short on copper and epoxy resin. Okay, so there's some things I need to fix. Getting closer. Almost have... What? Would this be... Yeah, ZPM level research, because you need it to get to UV. And then I need UV research to get to UHE. Alright, so aren't you the one that's making me resin? Epoxy resin. Acetone, phenol, fluorine, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric, acetone, chloridian, propene, benzene, oxygen. I'm missing phenol. And phenol was coming from the other process here. Phosphoric, propene, benzene, oxygen. Phosphoric acid. But that's the problem, since I've been running them in the same one, it's hard to control. And then I have you creating what? Potassium. Phthalic acid. And that's liquid epoxy. I wonder if I could control this with another fluid input. Isn't this producing phenol? Oh, dang. I need to split this. There you go. Now that should have enough data lines. See, what's this? Put this at 4, 5, 6, 7. There's room for one more. Can I make this work with a redstone card? Hmm. All right, now it's not actually providing. Hmm. It's full of acetone. Oh no, it hit the right amount of... Yeah, I can't seem to get this to work quite right. so all I'm short on now is copper, right? Since I refilled the epoxy resin. This got finished. Why is rarest metal backed up? Yeah, no, it's the issue with hydrochloric acid. Acidic osmium. Yeah, the problem is it's not enough of a feedback loop, and it's hard to add just a little bit. Yeah, it's just sulfur. Okay, that's now running the other. Other and getting me a little bit more copper. Yeah, I really needed to figure out a top-up system for this to work better. Because this needs 4. Five becomes 4. 4 becomes 3. Yeah, so it's always losing 1,000 every time something processes. There's no good way to add it back in. That might work. I think I figured it out. Because this auto input's right. Okay. I need to fix this before... That's what I want, but it's not the correct hydrochloric. Switch this to green. So if I'm correct, this will fill up the buffer, but this should be faster. So this should be like a top-up system. I do need more hydrogen gas, though. Yeah, it's just slow to process all this water. Water breaks down into 2. Yeah, so this is equal. It just takes time to get the hydrogen, unless the hydrogen's also going somewhere else. I mean, the water's also going somewhere else. All right, we got to take a break here, and then we'll be back. I think I have an idea for this. Okay, so my idea is to use kind of what I'm doing here, but I need 2 separate tanks. Because I can't just use thermal because they'll push to each other. What I think I need is like an Ender IO tank and then a thermal tank. Turn this off for a second. Of course, it immediately fills up with Aqua Regia. Oh, because I had this set to Aqua Regia. Right, now let's switch this out for hydrogen, and then I can get it cleaned out. Yep, that will start to drop the tank. Okay, from there I can turn this back on. And so if I add hydrogen to out here, that was hydrochloric. There we go. Oh, but I need to turn this off. Because otherwise it's just getting rid of it all. Alright, I should fill this back up. And then this is where water becomes an issue. I need to turn you back off from taking water. But you're only taking water on pink. Hmm. I mean, that's fine for now. It's just when platinum backs up there, it's going to be an issue. What colors am I currently using? Pink, brown. Looks like it. Okay. Why don't I use blue for hydrogen? Yeah, because this should only be hydrogen. Of course, I almost screw everything up. Hydrogen should be the only thing on blue. It's interesting that didn't connect. Okay, that's almost empty. Nah, that's just making that more complex. No, it should work on green as long as I have this tank working. Maybe I should have gone with a different external source. All this just to get the ruthenium I need. And a bit of copper. I could be making a lot more copper, but this is more for the ruthenium. I probably should just destroy the extra water. Oh, I need to have this still in green, don't I? There, now it's empty. Yeah, I have that doing multiple things. Hmm. This is why it's a complex system to balance. Oh, looks like I finished all the ore anyway. All the mixed metal got done. There's a lot more indium chloride. Yeah, I'm just going to let it run. I already got all the ruthenium out of it. Okay, so we've still working towards actually getting the quadratic fuel being used. Quadratic fuel. Dark blue. Extraction on. Yeah, too much cabling. That one's full. That one's full. Why isn't this one filling up? Huh, weird. Well, these can't run without the dynamos anyway. But at least I can get the quadratic fuel here. It's more than enough to saturate the system currently. So I need to still work on computer. 15 vents. Much of 13 advanced. How's my... Did I get enough copper? Nope, I'm still short on copper, but the epoxy resin is good. I guess I need to refine the copper. Dense copper. This is the dense stuff that's coming in from the orbital laser. That's the first stage. This is second stage. Yeah. And that's blood shard. I don't think I'm going to do ore clump. I think I'm just going to do crystal. That's here, right? Yeah, blood shard to crystal. Then I'm just going to smash it. And over here, native cluster, crushed, purified. Probably just do that. Ore washer. And let's see, purified. I get a little cobalt for that. Yeah, just probably run it through the macerator. And then centrifuge. Nope, that's thermal centrifuge. There we go. There's the regular centrifuge. There we go. And let that run for a while till I'm full of copper. And I'm guessing I need a drive for it. Right? No, actually it's good. Yeah. I must have prepared a drive for it in the past. But that should quickly raise my copper dust. Because of course computers need a lot of copper. Let's see, is that enough to finally make the advanced casing? No. This is update in real time. And it doesn't look like it. There we go. And then the only thing will be left is, I think, normal casing. Which I still need 9 of. Yeah, gotta wait for more copper to process. But then that should be my first high-performance computing array blade. And then I can build my first research station. Advanced vent, advanced case. Vent. Computation advanced. Or no, that's one too far back. Of course, it takes forever to pick up. It was here for the data port, right? Yeah. 2 up, and then data port. And then in the back is fluid hatch, energy hatch. Energy fluid. Computational component. Or no, those are vents. Grabbed the wrong thing. Because this is the main heart. Is this face. There's the heat sinks. The heat sinks. Empty components. Called HPCA. Yeah, there's my empty components. LV fluid input. Then it's vents on the top and bottom. And then all the rest should just be all the case I need. Okay, so I'm going to have to power this with LUV power. So I probably should grab one of those. Computer casing. All right, get that going. That should be the last parts I need. And then I can start building out the research station. Object holder, another energy hatch, the reception hatch, tons of casing. And of course, everything's running hard. Probably get some more optical cables started. Or is there a different cable? No, research data. Or computation. I need another energy hatch. think this can just be a screwdriver to change that into a receiving hatch. Here's the research station. I need to make an object holder. Tungsteel crate. I didn't know I needed to research something else. And of course I don't have that crate. DPM input bus. This set to 1. This set to 1. Need to research that. Need to make one. Long tungsteel rod. Rod machine. Long rod. DPM input bus. Data stick. To get that researched. Object holder. DPM input, LUV emitter, robot arm. Yeah, I think I can make most of that. Ooh, I'm running low on samarium. But otherwise, everything else is good. Samarium. Where did I get most of that? Rare earth. Monazite. Neodymium. Ventium. Ventium chickens. Did I bring over the Ventium chicken, or is it still at the old base? Fluorine, nope, there it is, Ventium. Okay, I need to set you back up. Because I'm out of samarium. See if I can go find the old Ventium setup. Because it probably has some crafters that I need. Because the crafters will be much more efficient than setting up the A system. It has to be one of these. Yep, this was this had the Ventium setup. That was samarium, cadmium, iridium, neodymium, lanthanum. So the big thing is I need these 3 crafters. Yeah, everything else looks good. Okay. And if I remember correctly, breaking these does not mean they lose their... This was something else, right? Yeah, okay, that was tungstate. Lithium chloride. Yeah, don't need lithium chloride. Okay, yeah, I think it's just these. Yeah, they keep their recipes good. Uranium set up. It's doing resonating eggs. That's doing primal. Yeah, that's sending to the ME system. What if I go like up here? Okay, so this is the first one. Centrifuge. It's all centrifuge. Okay. These are all HV. No, these are EV. Okay, so I did have those running EV. But I only have these battery boxes producing what they need. Okay, so what is the processing rate of this? Oh, and it's a percentage. I can't make ZPM centrifuges. haven't started making ZPM battery boxes yet. $16X battery box. Vanadium gallium wire. Vanadium. Just have it craft them. Okay, now I need the batteries, which are another headache. Because I've got to can them with the Quadria. Is this the right level, or yeah, LUV can make. Actually, I have a ZPM assembler, don't I? Yeah. Oh, but I already filled it up. And it's doing all the computer stuff. Yeah, I'll put the battery over here. What level canning machine do I need, though? I need at least an IV canning machine. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have one. Okay. Yeah, might as well go for LUV. I've been crafting too much. I've run out of crafting CPUs. There we go. Yeah, even that one's being used. Yeah, everything's busy. Yeah, pretty much everything's running. Yeah, power's mostly keeping up. Because I have it set up that only the bottom 4 run unless it's heavy load, and then the top 4 run to help. And just to get better throughput, I have these 2 battery buffers. Because that is definitely an issue you find. I've found in this pack with using these flux points. And EU energy units. I still need the stuff to scan. Yeah, everything's just stuck behind material refining. I mean, it's usually either material throughput or circuitry production. Those are my 2 major bottlenecks. How are you doing? Refilled on yeah, Potentia. A little low on Perdido. Otherwise decent. Beastia still hasn't overflown. Is everything clean? I can push this a little bit. The ore is a little high. Surprised this isn't crystallized again. Yeah, maybe it only does when it's really overflowing. Okay, so let's give this a few whacks. 16, 14, 17. Yeah, that's about the right speed. I think it's 512 when it overflows. Oh, the fiber cable got done. Clean up the dragon flutes real quick. Yep. Flux is still staying down because of the ritual. I'm using it. How's my... Okay, LP still full. have a very delicate balance on everything here right now. Gets me more Draco, so I can make more Awakened Draconium. Yeah, that was risky. Oh, but I think it snapped and made another... Yep. I nipped that before something spawned. Yeah, don't see any rifts. Wish this was a better version of Thaumic Energistics. And this system would be much easier to control. I bet I could use computer craft or something, but I'm just not great with Lua coding. I'd need to start relearning it. Which I might need to do in the future for some of the bigger packs. But I'm definitely going to take a break from Greg's Tech and Minecraft for a few games, maybe one to three. That's why I want to do that Fallout New Vegas challenge as kind of a breather. And this was the easiest Greg Tech pack I could find. But completing this will be completing my first Greg Tech pack at all. Those back. Maybe we'll finish off the bone flutes first. Okay, that's not running dry. Alright, so I got the optical cable. Yeah, but I'm still waiting on a bunch of stuff. I want to get the no cardiac fuel up and running. I do have that on blocking mode. We're doing osmiridium. Because the other thing is, once I know I have a ton of excess power from these things, then I can probably build out some more fancy blast furnaces. Actually, what was the other blast furnace? Wasn't there an upgraded one? Was it the rotary hearth? Oh, but this thing's gigantic. Oh, and I need ULV parts. Yeah, no, that's... I'm gonna be done before I ever get the chance to build this thing. By the time I have the ability to build the rotary hearth, I should have infinite stuff. Everything's just running as fast as it can. I also want to get Nequadiac fuel running so I can figure out its burn conversion to how much I need to produce per second or however long these run. Yeah. Need to be able to get the 4 amp dynamo. LUV assembler. EPM dynamo, which I need a research station. I have... Yeah, I have all the stuff for it. I just don't have... Well, the Samarium I gotta get built back up, but otherwise, I have all the stuff for it. I just can't produce it without doing the research. Run some more phosphoric acid, I guess. Alright, gotta take a break here, and then we'll be back.